We continue to celebrate Juneteenth, and what better way to do that than through food? In the new cookbook, Cooking from Scratch, Chef Toya Boudy reimagines simple, soul-satisfying dishes designed to bring people together. And Chef Toya joins me now to share one of her recipes. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So Chef Toya, tell us what inspired you to write this cookbook.
Oh, Melinda Russell. She's the first Black woman that was born free that released a cookbook in 1866. And it wasn't a regular cookbook. It was called a domestic cookbook. Reason being because she had stuff in there like how to remove a corn, how to turn your hair dye back to the original color, your hair, and then like how to make a rose, how to make a cake, you know, different things like that.
Everything.
Every single thing. Remedies too. So when I saw that, I thought, you know what? This is brilliant. We need something for this day and time. Kind of like an elder inside of a cookbook.
Yeah.
So in my cookbook, I have remedies, tonics, tinctures, a whole bunch of different things.
That is so cool. Now you mentioned and you have described your book as a written elder. Again, tell us a little bit what that means.
So like in a lot of times in the Black community, you know, we rely on, before we go to a doctor, before we go to anyone else that can give us advice, we go to the elder in the family, the older person who has lived life long enough and gained enough stripes so where they're like, they can tell you, hey, this is gonna work, this is not gonna work, and this is what you should do.
Yeah.
But I realized that I have a wonderful support system. I do. But not everybody has that. So I want people to have that. So I put it inside of a book.
Yeah.
Like what I could call my mama and get, now you can open the book and get inside of, you know, just your own kitchen.
I really just kind of got some chills because I just really think that's going to resonate with a lot of people. It's like, you know, there's recipes and tips out there, but to get kind of like some elder knowledge.
Even
that's
wisdom.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Wisdom,
I share a lot in that cookbook too.
Oh, that's really cool. Now, why is it important for you to release this cookbook on Juneteenth?
Because it's important for you to honor the people that came before you. And I felt like, you know, around this time would be the perfect time to release this book, being that Melinda Russell, her passion for life and even doing the book was to gain money to go back to Liberia, you know, and she decided to like, hey, if I can't go back home, I'm gonna help my people along the way. And I wanted to help my people, and I felt like, you know, all people are my people.
Yeah.
But Juneteenth is just a special little spot, like a little hat tilt to Melinda and everyone else that came before me.
Oh, I love that. Now you brought something here today. Is this a recipe from your cookbook?
It's a recipe from my cookbook called the Elixir.
Okay.
It's an immunity builder. It's a cough syrup, that kind of thing. It derives, it's very simple. The juice of 3 lemons. You have 3/4 of a cup of organic honey, or wherever the honey, your local honey, where you're, because the antihistamines from the bees in that area.
Right.
And then a fourth of a cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Oh.
It's very, very, very simple.
Okay, that sounds simple. Where did you get this recipe from?
This recipe derives from an old school remedy called goose grease.
Oh.
Now, when we were younger, yes, it's grease from a goose.
Okay.
So when we were younger, we used to take, my mama would have this concoction in this blank medicine bottle, and it was goose from a geese, and then you put the you put the oil, and then you have the honey, and you have the lemon. You mix it all together, and if you have a cough, the phlegm is going to jump right out of you. If you're having asthmatic issues, bronchitis, it's going to relax your chest. You're going to be able to breathe easy. The only thing is that you have to drink a lot of ice cold water.
Okay, throughout the day when you're taking something like this. Okay.
That's a very good tip for that, you know. So once you get all of that together and you throw it all together, girl, it's the best thing going.
I'm excited to try this.
And it's not hard or anything like that to make, you know.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot of people with a cough out there and they're trying all these things and it's just not working. So this is a great recipe. We're going to wrap here, but I want to share that you discuss all kinds of topics again in your book. You've got these amazing wings over there, but I'm sure you can find anything you need in this cookbook. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. You can grab Toya's cookbook, Cooking from Scratch, wherever books are sold.